pretty lit. Got myself this far. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kalieha if you are new, and if you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you can join the family, okay? Because you gotta know when there's new videos. So you know when there's new videos, you can come and you can join and you can be with us, okay? It's lit. That one finger didn't move. I don't know why. It's lit. There we go. I feel like that's a wait. Okay, I'm gonna get this screenshot. Hold on. All right, it's lit. So today we have another Sat Chat video. Okay, and since this video will actually be coming up on my birthday, I thought, what better thing to do than to have a video talking about the 25 things that I learned before I turned 25. But don't be alarmed that I'm looking down a little bit. It's just because I actually wrote the things down. Turning 25, trying to do things right. Okay. All right. So the first thing that I learned is nobody knows what they're doing, but it's okay. All right. It's okay, because if you really knew what you were doing, what would be the point of living? The point of living is to learn new things. So if you already knew what you were doing, you're dead. Not really, but what else? Number 2. Ideas are wasted if you don't put them to work. This means that if you have this great idea and you think that you should do it, it's a waste if you don't put any work to it. Number 3, piggybacking off of number 2, just because you have a great idea doesn't mean you have to do it. Now, let me clear that up. I said for number 2, if you got a great idea, it's wasted if you don't do anything. Number 3 is kind of think about this idea. Is this something that's already been done? Is this something that you actually need to do? Or is this something that you should give to someone else so that they can do it? Figure that out and then go from there. Okay? Okay. Number 4. Some things aren't worth stressing out over. I guess I shouldn't say that I learned that I am still learning this. I am still working on this, because sometimes the tiniest things stress me out so much that I feel like I'm going to lose my mind. But I realize that these super tiny things, they get dealt with, and then when it's over, I'm like, wow, I just wasted so much of my time worrying about this. There was no point. So everything is not worth stressing out about. Number 5. Don't be afraid to ask questions if you don't know something, because everyone had to ask someone to figure it out. This kind of explains itself. Don't waste your time trying to figure something out if you know that there's someone that already knows what it is that you're trying to figure out. Be smart about this life, okay? We only got a little bit of it. Let's do it right. Okay. Which goes off to number 6. If you need help, go get it. All right? Don't just sit around after you've asked somebody how to do something and you still can't do it yourself. Ask for help. You're wasting time. Don't waste time, because time means life, and then you're wasting life. And then again, what's the point here? What's the point? Number 7. Learn to cook something new at least once a month. I promise you, your stomach will thank you. Because I got tired of eating spaghetti and then switching it off with chili every other week. So, learn how to cook something new, and then, when that special someone pops up, you got something, you're like, I can cook. I can do things real nice. Just for, yeah. But I was doing it for myself, so it doesn't really matter if you like it or not, because I like it, and that was an unnecessary tangent, and I apologize. Kind of. Just a little. Number 8. Don't take everything that everyone says personally. Sometimes they're projecting, and it has nothing to do with you. I learned this the hard way when I would have people that I did call friends, and a lot of times they would, I don't really know how to explain it, but like just a little distaste or whatever about something that I was doing or how I was living my life, or just like random unnecessary comments in general. And I was really trying to figure out, is this really something that I'm doing wrong? Is there something that I'm not working with or doing? And I had to step back from the situation and look at it from the outside, and I was like, it's true. They're projecting. They're trying to make me hold back on something because they won't do it themselves. So we're off that. Okay. Number 9, having confidence is totally different from being arrogant. You can tell the difference. You can definitely tell the difference. When someone is confident in themselves, they have an air about them that's like, I may not have everything figured out. I may not have everything figured out, but I know that I'm doing this to the best of my ability, and that's what counts. And then an arrogant person is like, you don't know how to do this? Something's wrong with you. Yeah. Which is just rude. It's just rude. Number 10. You need a savings account. And no, pizza is not a valid reason to withdraw. Food, I blame food. Food is the reason why my savings is as low as it is. And this year, at the beginning of this year, I started out on a brand new budget. I've been doing an itemized budget where I write out every single thing that I buy, no matter how small, no matter how little it costs, no matter how much I think it doesn't matter to my budget. I write every single thing down. And this has been very eye-opening because it's showing me how much money I spend on food. I spend entirely too much money on food, which is neither here nor there, but then sometimes, dip into my savings. And the savings was the point of this. Savings. So just don't dip into your savings. Keep it. You're going to need it. Keep it. Number 11. If you love something, don't let others' opinions or what they say sway you. I say this because a lot of times people who have a lot of ideas and there's a lot of things that they want to do, they look to their friends for validation because, these are people that do life with you every single day. But if this is something that you have a genuine heart for and a genuine drive and you genuinely feel like, hey, this is something that God wants me to do in my life, don't let their opinions sway you any differently or away from what it is that you want to do. Because again, it goes back to the projecting. They could be projecting to you and saying this is something that you shouldn't do because they are too scared to do it. And that's just not fair to you. So go after those dreams, girl, gal, guys, ladies, people. Number 12, create a fashion or a style all for yourself, or else you'll wake up one day and hate everything in your closet. I went through a period in college, specifically, I think it was my sophomore year maybe, where a lot of the stuff I bought was heavily influenced by the people that I was around, especially because I went to school for design, I went to school for fashion, so it was very much like, oh, if this is my degree, then I have to dress a certain way, I have to look a certain way. And by the time I got to senior year, I threw I don't want to say threw away, but it's true. I threw away half of my closet. I restarted my wardrobe when I moved out to New York because I realized I wasn't happy in the clothes that I wore, and that's been my goal from the beginning. The reason why I went into clothing, the reason why I went into design is because I wanted to create things that would make people feel when they wore it. So with me wearing things that I, in a sense, hated, it made no sense, and it didn't reflect with what I wanted to do for other people. So make your own style or you'll hate yourself. Number 13 is quite simple. Don't rush. Take your time. And this goes for just about everything. I've been having this thing lately at work where I send emails way too fast before I wait for a little more information and put it off. And it's definitely from past stuff. Like my previous job, it was always like, go, 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 go. This needs to be sent out right now. We need to do this right now. And I'm still working on getting out of that mindset where everything needs to be done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Instead of just 1, 2, 3, like that. I'm getting out of that habit. It's taking a while, but don't rush. You gotta breathe. You gotta enjoy life. You gotta live. Because if you don't live, then what are you doing? I don't know what you're doing. Number 14. Sometimes some things really are too good to be true. You gotta use your discernment on this one. You gotta figure out how you view things and how you react to life. But sometimes there are some things that are too good to be true. For instance, when I first moved to New York, there was an apartment and it was I think it was $500 a month or something like that. And it was a room in an apartment. So I'm like, okay, I'm renting a room. Y'all, I got there. It was this man with a 1-bedroom apartment. His bed was in the living room. Okay. The kitchen was right across from his bed, and he was trying to give me the like actual bedroom, which, you know, at that point I was like, okay, you know, it's cheap, this makes sense. So the day that I was actually supposed to move in, and I thank God that this happened, because I wasn't meant to live here. I was not meant to live here. I get there and he says, so I have good news and bad news. I'm thinking, you know, the bad news is going to be like, oh, he's got to like fix something or renovate something, but I can still move my stuff in. So he says the bad news is that somebody took the room. And I'm looking in my hand and I have keys in my hand. So I'm like, why are these keys in my hand? And he goes, oh, but the good news is that you can just share the bed with me. I said, what? Nope, nope, gotta go, gotta go bye, gotta go bye, gotta get out of here, goodbye, goodbye. Too good to be true. Number 15. Reading helps, but reading to understand is what saves your life. Love a good book, you know, love a good article, whatever, but a lot of times, especially in like our super clickbaity type world that we're living in, they're either months old, haven't been proven, or they're just flat out lies. And they took a very small part of something and made it into something else, and it's a mess. Number 16. Admit to yourself and others when you're wrong and work to fix it, okay? Don't think that you're the super perfect person, because you're not. You're not perfect. I'm sorry. You suck. I suck. We all suck, okay? Everybody has moments when they suck at life, at friends, at just being a good person. But we have to learn from that. So once you learn from it and you're doing good, then yes, it's lit, okay? It's perfect. You're doing great, and I am proud of you. Number 17. Only apologize when you realize that you're wrong, recognize how you hurt the other person, and accept the fact that they may not accept your apology. You have to understand that sometimes apologies are not for you, and sometimes apologies very much are for you. But if you genuinely do not understand what you did wrong, I'm not saying that you just like flat out shouldn't say you're sorry, but don't apologize if you don't understand what happened and why it was wrong and how you need to fix it, because you're wasting that person's time. They're trying to move on from something and you're holding them back because you don't get it. You need to get it. You have to understand it, okay? Fix your mindset. Fix it. And that moves into number 18, which is learn to forgive yourself. You're your harshest critic. I heard this thing where it was said that, would you be your own friend if you talked to your friends the way you talk to yourself? And a lot of people said no, because, you know, I do this too. Like, I talk to myself sometimes like, girl, you are so stupid. Why did you think that would work? Why did you do that? Like, why? So just get your life together and be nice to yourself, because you will have to be with you until you die. So don't make it miserable. Promise it'll suck. Pretty sure it'll suck. Yeah, it'll suck. Number 19. Friends and family are important. Make time for them. I used to try to make myself so busy for whatever reason, and I've missed out on so many family events. I've missed out on friends' performances and friends just coming into town, and I've missed out on so many things because I thought that being busy and doing as much as I could in as little time as possible was the best thing to do. That was the worst thing I've ever done, because I could get all that work done later, but I can't bring back those moments that I missed. It's terrible. So take time, love them, and show them you love them with your presence. Just be there for them, just the same way that you would want them to be there for you. Which brings me to number 20. You may not finish everything on time, but make sure that you finish. So if you have to take time out to do something else, and there's like a side project that you're working on, and you have a deadline that you set for yourself, acknowledge the fact that you may not finish this right when you want to, but finish it still. Like, y'all, I got some videos from Vlogmas 2018 and 2017 that I didn't finish, and I recorded so much. So my goal is before Vlogmas this year, I'll have all of those videos finished and put up, so you'll have complete Vlogmases to watch from previous years. I know it's probably a little improbable that you'll go back and watch them, but for me to know that they're finished and I actually took time out to complete something, it's really the main thing that I want to get done. Number 21. Listen to your body when it tells you that you need sleep. I ended up in the hospital in high school from exhaustion because I was pushing myself so hard to do so much because, I was like, oh, my college resume, I need to have all of this information on it. I gotta have all these extracurricular activities. I need to just look like I'm the best person possible because my grades were not that great. But pushing myself so hard in that way literally put me in the hospital for a night. Like, I had no choice but to stop. So I say all this to say, listen to your body, because if you don't, it will make you, okay? It will sit you down and it will shut you up. So just, if you're getting a little drowsy or you're working on something, you take a break, take a quick little nap, like maybe debrief with a little show or something, but just chill out. Number 22. Consistency is key. This transfers into your work life, your home life, just you in general. When you're trying to start a new habit, you have to be consistent with that habit in order for it to become something that you just do without thinking. Stay consistent, and this also makes you reliable so people know what to expect when it comes to you, and you want these to be good, consistent things, right? Right? I hope so. Number 22 kind of runs along the reading, but listening helps. Listen to hear, but also listen to understand. All three are great, but listening to understand is the best, because if you're in a conversation and you're just sitting there and you're like waiting, you pick something, you're like, oh, I know what I'm going to say next, and you don't hear anything else that they say, you can honestly like turn the whole conversation to the left because you are dumb and you don't listen. And that is not the reputation that you want to have, now is it? I know it's not, and I want you to do better for yourself. So listening is key. Listening to hear is good, but listening to understand is the best. Okay? Number 24, learn to take breaks. It's harder to start over and easier to resume once you stop. So this goes along with listening to your body, okay? You have to listen to your mental capacity. If you're working on something and you're just like going, and then you burn out, do you know how hard it is to recover from burnout? It's awful. It's exhausting. Sometimes you feel like you don't fully recover. It sucks. Believe me, burnout sucks. If you take breaks and you give yourself rest and you understand that you're not meant to run like a machine, you can resume easier than stopping a project, completely forgetting where you were, and then you have to start all over again. It sucks. Believe me, it sucks. Learn to take breaks. Number 25 is the one that I am still learning to listen to myself on, but I have to say it to myself every day. Love will come, and if it doesn't, I still got me, okay? And me is pretty lit. Got myself this far. And honestly, if I'm not complete and whole in myself, and I'm looking for someone or a person to do that for me, I'm doing it for the wrong reasons. So this person will come along whenever they come along, but right now I am so happy in me, and I'm still learning me, which is definitely something that I would recommend every single person does before they try to make themselves one with another person. Because if you don't know you, I feel like you don't actually know what you want, and there's no way for you to know what the other person wants either. It doesn't work. And that wraps up today's video. If you made it all the way to the end, kudos to you. I love you. I love you so much, okay? You the best. And as always, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below with some things that you may have learned. You might not be 25, or if you're 25 and older, tell me some stuff that I need to learn myself, because I'm always open to listen. Remember, I listen to understand, okay? Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and I will see you in my next one. Oh, wait, before you go, it's February, and February means that Music Mondays are coming back. Music Mondays are coming back. Music Mondays are coming back. So be sure to come back Monday so you can see the newest installment of Music Monday. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. All right, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.